A lot of brands now are companies that are lifestyle brands. They want to communicate to a younger audience. Certainly the car companies, the clothing companies, apparel companies, sportswear, Nike, all of these companies are looking to get a youth-oriented audience to buy their products. The best way that they know how is through songs.
I had designed this since I grew up in the 60s. I designed this concept of the 60s LPs with the idea that each track would have a different form of artwork, and each of these I've designed the artwork, each of these songs, including my song which is part Swahili on President Obama. That's this one. And apart from these covers, this was on my dad, so it has, my dad was a Second World War fighter pilot, like I also became a fighter pilot. This was me when I was young.
I'm looking to get my songs placed in TV, film ads, and I've had some success with Taxi doing that. So I'm just trying to keep the momentum going and further that. So that's my goal, is to sustain a lifestyle with music.
Virtually every major record company has used Taxi to look for talent. Obviously, record deals are very few and far between because the industry has been so dramatically downsized by illegal downloading. You know, they say, some people have said that the revenue is down by as much as 90% in total over the last decade. We all know that as soon as something starts to break at radio, a vast number of people go out there and download it for free. So artists don't get paid, songwriters don't get paid, record companies don't get paid, warehousemen don't get paid, truck drivers don't get paid, distributors don't get paid, the art department doesn't get paid. All that trickle-down stuff has happened because of illegal downloading.
When you're an independent artist, I got news for you. There's nobody out there looking to pirate your music. You know, if Jay-Z, when Jay-Z comes out with his next album, there's going to be people immediately out there looking to pirate it, right? Looking for that for free on the internet. That's taking money out of Jay-Z's pocket. Because Jay-Z has what's known in the marketing industry as consumer pull. Consumers are looking for his stuff. When an independent artist releases a new title, there's no pull. People don't know that the artist exists. They don't know that the new album is there. I mean, a very, very small group of people may, but beyond that, it's up to the artist to push. So it's pull versus push. And so I think downloads, and particularly free downloads, are a great tool for independent artists to build up their customer base, to build up their fan base, to build up their mailing list. You know, offer a track for free in exchange for capturing an email address. And it's a great way to build that mailing list from no names to 50 names to 300 names to 1,000 names.
Your number one marketing asset is a mailing list of people who have given you permission. They've acknowledged, I like what you're doing, and I give you permission to keep me updated on what you're doing. It's the most active form, because all their marketing activities are passive. You're throwing stuff out there, you sit back on the sidelines and you hope people that notice what you're doing. But a mailing list is something where you're in control of the communication process, and it adds to that familiarity and repetition that's crucial to building a relationship with your fans.
Who here has an email list? Show of hands. Okay, keep those hands up if you have more than 500 names on your email list. 1,000 names, 2,000 names, 5,000 names. 5,000 got 3 people?
The number one piece of advice I have is to reframe or maybe rebrand this whole concept of a mailing list. Don't ask people to get on your email list. But if you referred to it as a VIP club or some kind of backstage pass, make it sort of a mystical, like there's special exclusive thing. And these people that subscribe to your email get discounts and they get free downloads and all these goodies that other people don't. So rebrand it, and in that way you'll get a lot more people signing up eagerly.
I think over the years, just these road rallies are actually educating the folks, and they're actually raising their game. And so I thought that was really interesting. I mean, to be in a room when I asked how many people have 5,000 names on their mailing list, and 4 or 5 people raised their hand. That's never happened to me before.
Marketing is all about finding the overlap with the specific type of music that you play and the specific type of music fan that it appeals to. So before you do any of this stuff, you really need to get clear on who are you as an artist. What's the specific type of music that you perform or create or record, and then who's the ideal type of fan that would attract to. And it's simple, but it's people just get befuddled by it. It's figuring out where those people are hanging out online and then going and hanging out with them.
You got to send that bloody email once a month, whether or not you think you do or don't, or whether or not you feel like it. Just like the gym, you got to wake up in the morning. I don't feel like Twitter every day, but it'll be like 5 o'clock and I'll think, ooh, I didn't share anything with my community today. I didn't respond to anyone that maybe wanted some advice or my attention or just a hello. And sometimes you got to just fire up the computer and force yourself 10 minutes. Okay, I'm just going to put in the time here for the long-term goal. How to structure a newsletter. These are my 3 G's. Number 1, greeting. Hey everybody, I just got back from an amazing tour of Iceland where I got to speak to the Scandinavian musicians about how they market and promote themselves, and it was really, really fun. Guts. Here's my article on how to write newsletters. I hope you enjoy it. It breaks down 3 ways, greeting, guts, and getting, on how to write a newsletter. This is the key piece, and this is the piece that's going to make you your money. It's the getting. Market gurus call this the CTA, the call to action. This is where you ask for money.
So many musicians will spend their last dime on the recording and then go to disc makers and press up 1,000 CDs and end up with 887 of them sitting in the garage collecting dust. Why? Because they didn't have a marketing plan? Oh, I don't want to think about marketing. I'm a musician. I just want to think about creative stuff. Well, I'm sorry. The record labels used to do that other stuff for you. If you don't have a record label behind you, then it becomes incumbent on you to do that stuff. So you do have to know a lot about marketing, and you have to be willing to work 12 or 15 hours a day on marketing.
We've done plenty of projects for plenty of artists who know how to write great songs, and they order 1,000 CDs and they never come back. Because then the rest kicks in, the business side kicks in. And you know, one of the main things for me, my pet peeve, is how often artists are embarrassed to actually ask for a financial transaction. How often they're embarrassed to tell folks, hey, we got discs available, or we got CDs available, we got T-shirts available, you know, at the table in the back. You know, on your way out, you know, please stop by and check them out. Somehow they think that's dirty. I don't know what it is. They're embarrassed. It's not cool. Except that's how you make your money. You're going to make more money most of the time selling merch and discs, etc., at your gigs than you're going to make by gate.
I'm telling you that the best thing you can do is get out there and tour and sell CDs from the back of the room. But you will only do that if you ask for the sale.
CDs are a 20-year-old format, but CDs are a huge revenue source for musicians. If you are at a show, it's hard to sell download cards. You may get download cards, and we make download cards, so you can get them from us, and we've got good-looking download cards, but that's more something that you're going to give away or as promotion for your single, for your band, stuff like that. Whereas a CD, that's something, it's a physical product that people can buy at the show, and it's got artwork, it's compatible with all players, and CD sales, artists can charge more for them. An artist can charge $10, $15 for a CD. We only keep $4, so the artist can make a lot more money with CDs as well. And they're far from dead. I mean, we're selling millions of them. So the CDs are still alive, and it's just a part of the mix that artists should have. Artists, with the commoditization of music, artists should consider all revenue sources possible, such as merch, live shows, CDs, downloads, and the like. So we just want to provide all of the viable opportunities for our artists to have their music heard and to, if possible, make money off their music. And over the last dozen years, it was acquired by Audio Video Labs, which is the parent company of Disc Makers, in 2008. And over the last several years, it's grown not only to 300,000 artists, and we have over 1.6 million CDs in the warehouse, and we've paid over $150 million to artists.
We have musicians coming to us really across the spectrum, children's artists, some artists that you definitely recognize, recent America's Got Talent winners, people like that, as well as someone who's cut a CD in their garage, wants to get it out to friends, family, people who go to shows. We carry everybody, and everyone gets a chance to reach their clients, their audience through us. At the end of the day, Warehouse One doesn't have enough room. We're very popular with independent musicians, and I've got well over 1.5 million units that we need to find places to store. Something over 300,000 albums. Unique albums, so just give you an idea of how many CDs we actually carry. So you'll sign up, and as soon as we've got you all the way through the system, we'll load you to iTunes, to whatever partners you've selected, and help you sell your music there. So that's on the receiving side. We're primarily taking all the inbound albums, making sure they get received correctly and onto the shelves. And if they're new albums, we'll also get back to digitizing, scan the art, make sure we have all the audio, and deliver that to digital partners.